Okay folks, this will be another interesting piece. We'll see if we can make it look interesting. Hands a bit shaky today. I haven't demoed for just over a week because of my toner running out, and I had to get materials together to make my demos. I had a lot of things happening, so I had to take a little hiatus, a miniature hiatus from what I do. And we're just going to get back into it again, folks. There's work to be done, and lots of work to be done on my demos, folks. I can't stay away from it too long. Let's see if we can make this one look good. We're gonna lighten it a bit. Now, I nearly forgot something, folks, if I remember correctly. Once I've just set this shit up, I'll just go back to it. So, we're doing a newsprint job, so it requires a bit of background removal. So this is where we got to go to get rid of the background, which is typical of newspaper print. So let's see what we've got in the offering. We have here, it comes from the Sunday Telegraph, and we're photocopying this Commonwealth Bank commercial. So we're going to turn it over, and this is where we want to demo with this beautiful bit in there. So that can look really interesting. So I'm thinking we're going to move this part to the top because of it's closer to the edge. So we're just going to put this up the top. We're just going to try and open it up and straighten it out. So we don't want it to be crooked. We've got to make it nice and straight. So I'm wondering how far we are with the logo out of the frame. We don't want the bank logo, we just want the lovely graphic. So we just put it on the glass like so, and let's see if we can make this look really nice as an advert being turned into a work of art. There's a lot of good graphics out there, folks, as you've probably seen. There's just so many graphics that you can get just from adverts. It just seems like a waste of good graphics just using it for advertising, in my opinion. Anyway, I do like the graphics. Now, it's a bit crooked. I'm actually wondering, I'm going to just straighten it up. It's not going to be an easy one to straighten, being a newspaper. It's not an easy thing to straighten. I'm going to try and straighten it up. Let's see if we can make it better this time. Yeah, it moves when I put the dock feeder down, so that figures. So it's going to be a little bit tricky trying to prevent it from shifting the way we don't want it to shift. Now I'm thinking we're going to lighten it up. It's too dark, so we're just going to go here, and we're just going to apply some lightening. Not lightning as in lightening, folks. Get my English right. Why should I worry about my fucking speech? You know, I mean, I use foul language, so why do I bother worrying about a little bit of a language glitch like that? My parents tried to teach me to speak clear English, or English that's near perfect. I guess they anticipated that one day I might become rich, and maybe therefore I should speak clear English, you know, as in really well refined English. But unfortunately, I never grew up to be a rich person. I grew up to discover, to my disdain, that I've got disabilities. So, not being happy, so I never actually became anything great. I'm good at this, but I'm not able to work in a normal job. And basically my parents were anticipating that my functioning parts of my brain were going to get me over the line and get me into some kind of high-paying job, and it never happened. And I'm sure my mum and I, we get on very well now, but once upon a time, I'm sure she wanted me to be rich. Now I'm wondering, we just can't seem to get the angle off this picture. So I'm wondering if we're gonna try our best, maybe we could turn it into a movement piece. We'll make this into a movement piece. If in doubt, turn it into a movement piece. So we're going to make it into a movement piece. But basically, I get the feeling I disappointed my family, especially my dad. He still has high expectations on me, but I don't expect myself anymore to deliver them. I just try to be myself as what I can and do what I can, which is to make beautiful photocopier art and make something interesting out of this sort of shit. Even though parts of my brain don't work, it's only parts of my brain, folks. Notably my hippocampus and my short-term memory. They're the two parts that don't work. And unfortunately, they do let the side down because I'm unable to go to TAFE or go to university and study. I can't study, folks. So I'm doing what I can do. And what I can do is doing this stuff. This stuff is what I do best. And I don't want to let anyone try to take it away from me. Even though my dad does not want anything to do with my photocopier art, I'm not going to let him destroy my fucking future, because I know where my future lies, and I'm one day going to have technology that fixes the broken parts of my brain, and I'll be designing photocopiers. But for the interim, I'm doing this. This is what I'm good at. This is what I excel at. And I can still run a YouTube channel. I can still upload videos, download videos, burn videos onto disk. I can do what needs to be done with this internet campaign that I'm playing it. I will succeed, folks. No doubt about it. I will succeed in becoming a huge name in art, in photocopier art in particular. I will become a great photocopier artist. I've got to think positive, folks. I've got to think positive. I must not let the doubters get in my way. I must not let them take away what I can do, because I'm smart, I'm intelligent, even though certain parts of my brain just refuse to work. And I'm not going to let those parts of my brain take out my future. I am not going to let anything like that destroy what I can do. I'm going to concentrate on what I can do and stuff what I can't. So I'm going to try and make some really good stuff for this demo. No one's going to stop me, folks. I've got to believe in myself. I don't need my father to tell me what he thinks. I don't listen to my father anymore. In fact, I don't talk to him. I ignore my father because he's such a negative force on me. He is such a negativity. He talks about me being negative. But what about him influencing me? His negativity rubbed off on me. So I'm not letting him take away what I'm good at. I am going to force my way into anything I want. I'm going to force my way into being recognised as a fucking artist, you know? And even the art galleries can't stop me. Sure, the internet, that's what we need. The internet is a great thing. And I love the internet, folks, because the internet means I can do what I fucking want and get away with it. So I fucking am going to succeed. And if anyone wants to stop me, try me, because you're not going to stop me. I have fucking hope that I can do it, folks. Now, I'm getting a bit shaky. I haven't done demos for days, for over a week, so I'm not used to holding this rather bulky Galaxy S8 Plus, which has also got a drop cover on it. So I'm not going to touch that yet. So we're just going to make some adjustments here. But yeah, I'm not going to let these scoffers get in the way of my fucking work. You know, if they want to scoff at me, they can fucking scoff at me, but they're not going to stop me. And that includes my fucking father. He's not going to stop me. You know, he thinks I've got to be normal. He thinks I've got to think normally, not to have a smarts. He's a fucking idiot, my dad. He's a fucking asshole. And he seems to think it's good to do things that you're not good at, rather than things that you are good at, just because it's normal. So my dad was good at fixing electronics. He was responsible for a large part of my love of electronics. And he did show me the photocopier when I was a kid. But basically, he would rather sing rather than do his electronics. He's given up on fixing things and he just goes and sings, but he can't sing. Even when I hear him practice on so many occasions, he sounds like shit. I don't hear any difference in his singing voice when he goes and practices his fucking singing. He sounds like shit. He is not a singer. He is what the teacher called a croaker. Yes, that's a bit cruel to call a child a croaker, but it seemed to tell the truth about my dad's singing. And basically, Dad can't sing, but he insists on doing it. I know, you can love something, but I'm sure Dad would be happier fixing electronics, but because technology's become a little bit more difficult to fix, courtesy of the greedy pigs, well, my dad's given up on furthering his knowledge in electrical and electronic tech, which he can do quite easily. And if he wants to order spare parts, tell it tone of yellow is low. That's right, I've got to replace that soon. But basically, he can do it. I know he can do all the studies he needs to do this electronic shit, but unfortunately he chooses not to. And he basically, he'd rather be a fucking useless fucking singer. And he does, he sounds shit. There's nothing special in his voice. But he goes with a group called Sing Australia, which basically has the motto, for those who love to sing. Oh, fuck me, Dad. Dad's lost. He's fucking lost, folks. He's a fucking idiot. And yet he thinks he can fucking sing. What a load of delusional shit. Oh, he probably knows he can't sing, but, you know, he just loves to sing. But he's making a fucking idiocy of himself, and I just don't care about him anymore. I've always been Daddy's little girl when I was a kid. I admired him. But now I just don't give a flying fuck anymore. I'm going to show him the kind of nastiness that he gave to me when I was young. Oh, sure, he bought really nice Christmas and birthday presents, but he didn't give us much pocket money or many things during the year. But anyway, that looks quite nice, folks. I think this demo is a bit prolongated, so I think I'd better go. Gotta go. Bye.